All right, guys, so I want to start off today talking about the first phase of strength training, stabilization endurance, and more importantly, when and why it actually makes sense to throw this into your training. So this phase is designed to teach and reinforce those proper movement patterns, things like pushing, pulling, pressing, squatting, hinging at the hips. It's less about how much weight you're lifting and more about how well your body can control that movement, all right? So the main adaptations here, we're improving mobility and flexibility where it's needed. We're building that core and joint stability, improving that postural alignment and control through the kinetic chain. And we're developing that muscular endurance. Okay, so this is where athletes learn to move more efficiently and with intention is with this phase. So this phase is also where I really like to focus on the kinetic chain and how everything works together from the ground up. With my athletes, I'll have them send me a video doing an overhead squat, and I'll do an overhead squat assessment. And I'll work my way up the chain to identify any areas of instability or compensation that they might have. So stability endurance gives us a great opportunity to address those weak links in the chain, because when there's a breakdown somewhere in the chain, guys, the body will find a way to compensate, okay? And once athletes move into heavier lifting or more complex movement patterns, those compensations are where people often will see injuries or those nagging issues start to show up. So progression in this phase isn't about adding load quickly, okay? It's about mastering those basic movement patterns first, and then gradually maybe increasing complexity once that quality movement is established. So the goal is control before intensity. So when should you use this phase? It's commonly used in the off season during a reset, if you're returning from time off or injury, or any time athletes need to rebuild movement quality. It's also something athletes can cycle back to after periods of heavier lifting or power. So again, that periodation that I was talking about. It can also work really well for recovery-based strength, which can help athletes maintain stability and movement without adding that extra fatigue. So think about a recovery week. Stabilization endurance prepares our body for the higher demands that follow down the line. So skipping this phase often shows up later as stalled progress or reoccurring issues in the kinetic chain. So remember that this is the foundation, guys. In one of my next posts, I'll share examples of exercises that can live within this phase. But in the meantime, let me know if you have any questions.